YouTube, it's Miss Panda again with another reaction video. But I'm gonna need y'all to smash that like button and help your girl out by sharing my video and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I drop a new video. Woo child. I want to talk about Jasmine's Thanksgiving disaster with her over-seasoned food. First of all, everything was processed and prepackaged. I always thought that you're supposed to cook with love on Thanksgiving, as in from scratch, not canned, salty, processed bullshit. No, the hell she didn't make boxed macaroni and cheese. Don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna lie. I love to eat me a good box of macaroni and cheese too, but I damn sure wouldn't feed my family that bullshit on a holiday. I also noticed that she said in the beginning of the vlog that people don't like Thanksgiving food. I think she was talking about people as in Chris. Okay. Now, she said that she was having an early Thanksgiving dinner because the kids were going away for a week to Philip and Hannah's house. But it seems to me like this event was geared more towards what fat ass Chris wanted. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Jasmine lazy too. She didn't even dice the onions and peppers, y'all. She lazy. Ew. She used canned green beans to make her green bean casserole. You know, ew, you know how much salt was in that can of green beans? I bet you she ain't even rinsed that shit off neither. Jasmine can't cook at all. And who the fuck puts shredded cheese on green bean casserole anyway? Where the fuck did she get that recipe from? She just be freestyling at this point. Okay, Chris, I'm convinced that you're trying to give you and Jasmine a heart attack. He put enough seasoning on the ribs to feed a damn army. It looked like he took the entire container and just dumped it all over those ribs. It don't even look like he even boiled the ribs first. Like me personally, I know everybody make their ribs different, but I like to partially boil my ribs first because I don't like tough ribs. Some people just season theirs and rub it down in their little rub seasons or whatever and just slap it on the grill. I like to boil mine first because it makes it soft and fall off the bone. That's how I like mine. And Jasmine, what the fuck? Can you please take that baby out that fucking walker already? Damn. It's time for him to start taking steps. At this rate, Duty Bug gonna be a senior citizen before he start walking. Because it don't look like she gonna take him out of that walker anytime soon. I wish somebody would just throw that damn walker away. And he gonna be like 10 years old before she start letting him feed himself. She be deliberately keeping her kids slowed down. She probably getting a check for them and we don't know it. And did y'all see that she really act like she did something by making that green bean casserole? That shit looked nasty as hell to me. I'm surprised that she finally fed Duty some table food. Y'all know she don't be feeding him nothing but rice cereal. Well, at his birthday party, she did give him pinches of pizza, but that don't really count. And Bentley the dog finally made a debut. Y'all know she been keeping him hidden out the way for the longest. I almost thought that she got rid of him because she never lets anybody see him. And why is he so tiny? It looks like she don't hardly feed the dog. I wonder if she be being mean to the dog because he always looks scared when he around her. He was like shaking, so it's either he was cold or he was scared. Now, I want to switch gears for a second. I want to talk about Keisha, Kaylee, and Jeremy real quick. Now, do y'all think that Keisha, Kaylee takes good care of her girls in your opinion? Drop down in the comment section and tell me what your opinion is about that. I mean, don't get me wrong. She does feed them and she takes them out from time to time. She doesn't take them out a lot, but when she does, it's usually someplace nice, just not that often. She don't take them out as often as, how her and Jeremy, you notice how they always going out different places or whatever. But I mean, in terms of appearance, me personally, I feel like she does more for Jeremy and herself as far as appearance is concerned. You notice how she's always, getting her makeup professionally done by a makeup artist. She's always getting her hair professionally done, and stuff like that. As far as like the girls and stuff like that, it looks like she kind of just slaps their hair together or whatever. She don't, send them to the hairdresser like how she does her hair. Um, she spends a pretty penny buying Jeremy expensive clothes and cars and taking him places. I'm not saying she doesn't provide for her girls. She just spends way more on him. I don't want to stay on that particular subject too long because for me, it's a lost cause because we all know that Keisha's not going to stop giving Jeremy money and he's not going to stop taking it. And he don't have no shame about it either. Back in the day, men was a little bit different. It would be embarrassing for a man to take money from a woman or to live off of a woman back in the day. But this generation of men is they just built a little bit different. They don't mind living off a woman. As a matter of fact, they brag about it, like Chris. So anyway, I want to talk a little about Keisha's cooking vlog when her and the girls were in the kitchen cooking Thanksgiving dinner. I like the idea that she incorporated the girls in a cooking video because in a lot of the videos, it looks like they're just there. I mean, she talks to them and everything, but it mostly seems like it's she does that, to incorporate it in, just for content purposes. She did a demonstration for her hair company. I think it's Got Lengths. She demonstrated how her hair will hold up using a hot curling iron, and it's pretty good quality hair. I might say that's one thing I could say about Keisha. She's a go getter when it comes down to getting her paper. Okay, I don't agree with her choice for a man, but business wise, she's very very savvy. She knows how to make a dollar out of 15 cents. She talked a little bit about her mom moving into a new house, which I think that's a wonderful idea. I like the idea, the fact that she has a hustle that can, help, her mother, to live a better lifestyle because I think her mother works for her as a nanny. I don't know if she works full time or part time, but she helps to take care of the girls and she does other things for Keisha around the house so that Keisha can vlog and work on her other hustles. I think that's a good idea because in this day and age, with the way the world is set up, as cruel as it is, you can't trust very many people around your children. And I think, the idea of having her mom, watch the kids, they're in good hands. And at least she doesn't have to worry about it when she goes away. They're being taken care of, and, properly. Now, let's get back to talking about this cooking video that she was doing. I noticed that Keisha was cooking her turkey in a roasting pan on top of the stove. I've never seen anyone cook a whole turkey this way. Usually when people prepare a turkey, they usually cook their turkey in the oven or in a fryer outside in the backyard, in peanut oil. But I've never seen it, prepared this way before. And Keisha is so funny to me. She up there talking about her back was hurting. I guess so. Keisha ain't used to cooking like that. Y'all know she pays a chef to prepare frozen dinners so they can get, so they can just microwave it like throughout the week because she's really, really busy. She's not really domesticated like that. I thought it was a little weird, her allowing the kids to touch all over the food without washing their hands. Like my mom would have popped me on my hands when I was a child. She didn't allow us in the kitchen around her when she was cooking. And she damn sure didn't allow you to dig in her pots and nothing like that. But I guess, to each his own. It is her kitchen. If that's what she want to do, whatever. I liked the pink pajamas that she had the girls wearing. I thought that was cute, and I liked the little bonnet that she had them wearing. I thought it was just so adorable. Now I want to talk about Lady Bling's live that she did the other day. So basically, she was sitting in her truck and she seemed like she had a lot on her mind because her energy seemed quite low. She talked about her life and her experiences as a YouTuber. She spoke about dealing with people, you know, with their mean comments and people, just dropping in her inbox saying, mean things about her and her kids. But I think she shouldn't allow it to stress her out because she has to be careful, because she has heart problems. And I also noticed that she was smoking. Cigarettes it's not good for her, her heart. She talked about her heart. But getting back to what she was talking about, she stated that she was basically tired of people making mean comments about her life. Bling has to realize that she's a public figure on a public platform, and she puts a lot of her life on YouTube to be used for content. And that's how she pays, some of her bills, even though she has other side hustles, such as, doing her press on nails, and she has other things, business endeavors, but that's like her main source of income. I'm sure there is a lot that she doesn't show us in between or whatever, but she has to realize that people can only comment on what you show them. And a lot of these things that people are commenting on are things that she herself puts out there. So she can't really expect for people to feel sorry for her because she chose to a career path where her life is on display. She doesn't like the fact that trolls and reactors are saying hurtful things about her husband and her children. Listen, if you don't want anybody to talk about them, then don't put your life on display. But quiet as it's kept, she wouldn't have any content if she took her kids and her husband off of her platform. They make her channel to me what it is. They make her channel, more entertaining. She will be boring by herself. She could rap her ass off though. I'll give her that. She can make a song about just about anything. And she's very creative when it comes down to, creating her press on nails, like her little jewels and her designs and stuff. She has a knack for being for creativity. But let's face it, don't nobody want to sit there and watch her do that, every day. She has to realize that social media is mean. You have to have tough skin to deal with people. No matter what you do, people gonna talk about you for it. And that's just what it is. The more fame you get, the more haters you're gonna get. And that's just the bottom line. She also went on to talk about a few health issues that she was experiencing with her heart due to excessive smoking and drinking. She said that everything got better with her heart condition when she met Woods. That's why it baffles me how she mistreats him, how she does. And let's not skip over the fact that her daughter Carlos also has medical issues with her diabetes. I wonder if she found her a doctor to manage her diabetes yet. Because just because she chose to live a mobile lifestyle, she still needs to make sure that her daughter's diabetes is under control. That shit ain't nothing to play around with. I have family members that, deal with issues from complications from diabetes. And you really, 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 really have to be on top of sticking your finger, and you have to make sure you be careful with what you eat, and you have to be careful. You can't sit around and be inactive. You have to be, you have to exercise and watch your weight. Um Now, hold up. Hold up, hold up. What's this I hear about Nika trying to be a surrogate? Did y'all hear about that bullshit? Child, please, Nika, she don't need to be getting pregnant no more. That don't make no damn sense. How she could even be considering carrying another child when she still has kids caught up in the foster care system. Nika don't be thinking right. She hasn't complied to CPS standards so that she can get her own children back. Nika will do anything to avoid growing up and being really responsible. I also noticed that she keeps bringing up these other CPS cases that she be finding on the internet, comparing these cases of children being beaten and murdered by their parents and CPS not stepping in or stepping in time, to help the children. I get what she's saying because I guess she figures by showing these CPS cases that people, would see that, her situation is mild in comparison to those situations, because I don't think that she was physically abusive to her children. That's not why her children were removed. But let's not act like she doesn't have issues going on inside her household that caused her children to be taken away. It was rumored that one of her sons had drugs in his system, and one of her daughters had male fluid in her mouth. And y'all know what I'm talking about. The question is, how did it get there? And how was drugs found in her son's system? She claims that it got in his system from him eating a piece of candy off of the ground. First of all, how do you know that? Second of all, how did he how was he able to pick up a piece of candy off of the ground? Why wasn't he being watched? Even if that's the case, that sounds kind of sketchy to me. I don't know about y'all. Drop down in the comment section and give me your opinion on how y'all feel about that. But to me, that sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. Okay. Um, there's something else going on inside that household that we're not seeing. She was also popping shit, telling us to mind the business that pays us. Excuse me, nigga, you got a lot of nerve. But we pay her by watching her videos and watching her ads. Remember, she always tells us to watch those ads. Don't bump those ads. Don't skip those ads. Boo boo. That's how you get your money. Boo boo. So don't be trying to sit up here and put your business up here like every other content creator, and then gonna have the audacity when we insert our opinion and we're not in agreement with what you're putting on your post on your platform. Now you want to tell us to mind our business? You got a lot of nerve, Miss Sneaker Honey. You got a lot of nerve. Hmm. And furthermore, like I said, she puts her a life on the internet. Then she gets mad when people don't like her lifestyle. It is what the fuck it is. It's a part of the game. She received a letter stating that she might have to pay her her baby daddy Hayward child support for the kids that he has in custody. They might make her pay child support payments because she's still financially responsible for them, even though they're not in her home. She also stated that Hayward, her baby daddy, can't file for full custody. I don't know exactly what that means. Maybe she knows something that we don't know. Maybe he has something going on in his background where he wouldn't be able to file for full custody of the kids, but CPS still allow him temporary custody. So it can't be that bad. Because if it was that bad, I don't think that they would allow him to take custody of them at all, even on a temporary basis. So she can miss me with that. Um, I like the fact that Naya is focusing more on her school, her online schooling, because I think she goes to school, or go to college online. And I like the fact that she's focusing on herself. She bought a new laptop so she could do her schoolwork on, and I'm proud of her for that. I think that that was a step in the right direction. And she even started a new lash business online. She bought a whole lash kit with all of the equipment and that she would need for her lash business. I think that that's very nice of her. She's a smart young lady, and I can see her going very, very far in life. I think that she's a good daughter. I think that she's very, very intelligent. And from what I see, I think she's a good big sister because she was helping Nika out a lot when the kids were in her care. Um, Another thing I wanted to bring up too, getting back to Miss Nika. She said that her youngest daughter, the baby, Siasia, the youngest one, she said that she notices that when she has her, that she whines a lot. I think it's probably because she doesn't really know Nika like that. She's not really around her. It's like, you know how when we have our children are familiar with us because we see them every day. We change their diaper, we see them in the morning. They know what our voices sound like because they're always around us. They pick up on our scent. She didn't really have the opportunity to bond with Siasia like she had the opportunity to bond with the rest of her children because she was taken away when she was just weeks old. And I don't know how often Nika is going over there. Me personally, I would make it my business to try to go over there as much as she said the foster lady who has custody of I think the two littlest ones or whatever, or the three littlest ones, is somebody that she considers like a godmother or whatever. I would try to go over there as often as that lady would allow me to, just so the baby could get to know me if I was her. That's what I'm saying. Um, Maybe she's not going around her a lot. And another thing too, it maybe the baby could be whiny because she's at that age where I think she should be at least about 3 months, 3 or 4 months old, and that's when they start getting something what's called colic. If you're a mother, like we all of our children have experienced the colic where the babies just start getting real gassy because their stomach be hurting, and because they can't talk to us, they can't explain to us that they have gas. So no matter what you do, you can feed them, burp them, change or whatever, and they just cry, 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 cry. You have to give them something called gripe water, or the baby could have been teething. Okay, I just want y'all to drop down in the comment section and just engage with me just to let me know what you thought about today's broadcast and what your opinion about it was. That will conclude today's broadcast. Thank you for listening. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and be blessed. And I love you all. Be blessed. Mwah.